Today I'm sharing the results of my 2-year anti-aging skincare journey and how I took my skin from this to this. That's coming up next. Welcome in, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. The time has come for me to share the results of my 2-year anti-aging skincare journey. I can't wait to share all the details with you. If you're new here, I'm so glad you stopped by. I hope you'll consider subscribing while you're here and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you're interested in more makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 and over 60 woman, stop by prettyover50.com. There's a lot more great information just waiting for you there. I've been thinking about what to share in this video for quite some time now. I wanted to make sure to answer all your questions and let you know the most important information that I've gained over the last 2 years of my anti-aging skincare journey. What I'll be sharing today is a little bit about my story, what I think has changed over the last 2 years, what really worked for me and what didn't, what surprised me, and what I'll be doing with my skin as I move forward. As always, all products that I mentioned today will be listed and linked below, so super easy for you to find. And with that, let's hop into it. Before we jump in, I want to make it very clear I'm not a doctor. I'm not an esthetician. I am not a dermatologist. I am nothing. I am just an older woman who ended up with skin that had been very, very neglected and was very aged, and I wanted to see if I could do something about it. Everything I share in this video is my experience and the takeaways that I've learned in the last 2 years. If you're not familiar with my story, I'll catch you up a little bit here. I started on my anti-aging skincare journey 2 years ago after a lifetime of neglecting my skin. Truly, I was the worst at skincare. I never used sunscreen. I went to sleep with my makeup on. I didn't even use moisturizer. I was just the worst person as far as taking care of my skin. Well, lo and behold, after returning home from 2 years of full-time travel, I looked in the mirror and I thought, oh my gosh. While I had only been gone 2 years, my face literally looked like I'd aged 10 years. I was so shocked at how I looked because in my mind, I was still that 35-year-old woman. I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but that was the fantasy I was living in. What I decided at that point is that I had 2 choices. I could either live with it or see if I could do something about it. I mulled that over for about a week and I decided I would launch on an anti-aging skincare journey and do a YouTube channel to document it. When I started my anti-aging skincare journey, I was 62. I'm 64 now. I'll be 65 later this year. When I started my channel, I had some criteria. I wanted to make sure that anything that I used was very affordable because I wanted to make sure that whatever I was doing was as accessible to as many people as possible. I didn't want to spend a boatload of money because, gosh, you can get almost anything accomplished in life if you have an endless supply of money. So I didn't want cost to be a barrier. Another criteria for my skincare journey is that it had to be something that I could do at home. I didn't want to include Botox or fillers or any type of treatment that happens outside the home or in the doctor's office. During this entire 2 years, I have not had anything done in a doctor's office. As a matter of fact, this entire body has not walked into a doctor's office in probably 15 years. Everything that I've done the last 2 years has absolutely been at home, affordable products and devices. So now you know a little bit about my story and what I decided to move forward with in my skincare journey. Let's go ahead now and jump into before and after photos from when I first started my skincare journey and comparing them to today. And I'll tell you what I think has changed with my skin. One of the first things that I noticed about my skin on this journey is the improvement in clarity and brightness. You can see from the before pictures, my skin looked ruddy and dull and just thick and not very pretty looking. I think today the clarity and brightness of my skin is much improved. In addition, the shape of my face has changed. My face looks a lot less jowly or heavy than it did at the beginning of my skincare journey. As a matter of fact, the shape of my face is much more similar to when I was younger than when I started. It has less heaviness around the bottom and seems to be tighter and firmer. The next thing that I think is a big difference between the before pictures and now is the tightness and firmness of my skin around my eyes. Now, I definitely have eyes that belong on an older woman, but they're a lot less loose and puffy than they were in the beginning. What I notice now when I put on my makeup is a substantial difference in my under eye area. It's a lot smoother, a lot less puffy, and just a lot less wrinkly. I don't know that the crow's feet around my eyes has changed dramatically. I think if I smile, they're probably going to be just about what they were when I first started, but I do think the skin itself looks brighter, fresher, and has more elasticity to it than it did when I first started my skincare routine. Another big change that I'm so happy about in my skin is the area around my mouth, both the nasolabial folds and the marionette lines. They are much less deep, much less significant, and a lot fresher looking in that area. Although I still do have nasolabial folds and marionette lines, I can say that they're a lot less prominent than they used to be. Let's talk about an area now that seems to be an issue for most of us older ladies, and that is the neck area. I think the difference in my neck is really substantial. My neck when I first started this routine was much worse than I realized it was as I began looking at photos of myself. My neck was very loose, I had a significant double chin, and the skin just was not fresh or elastic at all. Although my neck now still looks like it belongs on an older woman, I think the difference is significant. The skin is much tauter and tighter, my double chin is much less noticeable, and the skin just looks a lot fresher and a lot more elastic. Let's take a look now at some video of when I first started my channel. I think that it's very important to see how skin moves on the face. Static photos can tell us one story, but how our skin moves really does speak to the elasticity and the freshness of our skin. So as we look at the images from when I first started my channel to today, you can see there's quite a difference in the elasticity and mobility of my skin, and the difference in the brightness is really significant. How our skin moves on our face is really telling about how healthy and fresh our skin actually is. And the comparison of these two videos really shows me that we can do a lot to address the skin needs as older women. Now, I think we all can agree that the difference in my skin from the beginning of my journey to today is pretty significant. The next question is, what did you do? Let's hop into that now. The most important thing that I can share with you about anti-aging skincare for us more mature gals is you don't need to spend a lot of money on skincare. Let me say that again. Good skincare does not need to be expensive. Some of my most treasured products that I think have done the most for my skin are very affordable. And as a matter of fact, there is almost nothing in my entire skincare routine that I would consider expensive. The good news is that you absolutely don't have to spend a fortune to put together a very effective skincare routine. The next takeaway is I now believe, based on my experience in the last 2 years, is that a skincare journey can be started at any age. Truly, when I first started my skincare routine, I was 62. I'm 64 now. I'll be 65 later this year. I didn't know if I was going to be able to impact my skin. I thought maybe it's just too late. What I have learned along the way is now I truly believe that anyone at any age can make a dramatic improvement with their skin with very affordable products. What I've learned about anti-aging skincare is there are some fundamentals that I think are important for any good skincare routine. I like to use the comparison of putting together an outfit. A classic outfit contains staples that are in style year after year after year. I believe the foundation of a good skincare routine is much like that classic outfit. It's something that you'll want to keep in your skincare routine year after year after year. Of course, there are other products that can enhance your skincare routine, and I look at them as skincare jewelry. In other words, once we have our classic skincare products in our routine and we're using them on a daily basis, then we definitely can add accessory skincare items that can enhance our results, but the classics stay the same. What are the classics? They're definitely a good cleanser, vitamin A, vitamin B, and vitamin C, followed by a good moisturizer and then sunscreen. I do have favorites that I've stumbled across over the 2 years, and I won't be going into a lot of them today. I'm just going to be discussing the whole process. I'll be doing a completely separate video talking about the hero products that I have come across during my 2 years. That'll be an opportunity for you to see what I've used in my skincare routine that I think are just excellent and affordable. Vitamin A, vitamin B, and vitamin C. What are those? Vitamin A is our retinoids. Retinol, retinaldehyde, tretinoin. I use tretinoin in my Curology formula, which I think is absolutely excellent. Vitamin B, that's niacinamide. Niacinamide is such a great product and perfect for almost any skin type. I use the niacinamide from The Ordinary. I used it from the beginning. I still love it today. It is absolutely one of my favorite skincare products. Vitamin C has been a staple in my skincare routine from the very beginning. I DIY my own vitamin C, but there are some good vitamin C products out there, and I'll have a few of them listed below. I do use other products in my anti-aging skincare routine, but those 6 products, a good cleanser, vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, a moisturizer, and sunscreen, I think that you could do tremendous things with your skin with just those 6 products. What I can say about my skincare over the last 2 years is that I have been extremely consistent. In other words, I no longer go to sleep with my makeup on. I use sunscreen. I wash my face every day. Moisturizer is always on my face. I have done a good job, and I'm surprised at that because I'm not much of a routine person. But I can say that consistency has really paid off. When we look at anti-aging skincare, it's important to understand how skin works. What we're really looking for an effective anti-aging routine is to increase the collagen, elastin, and moisture in our skin. What happens as we age is that we lose 1% of our collagen every year after the age of 20. Now, 1% doesn't sound like much, but think about that. For me, my body is now producing 44% less collagen than it did when I was in my 20s. That's a lot. Anything that I can do along the way to increase the collagen and elastin production of my skin is only going to improve the tone and texture of my skin. In addition, as we get older, we start stumbling into something called TEWL, TEWL, which stands for transepidural water loss. What this means is that as we become more mature, our skin does not hang on to moisture like it used to. That's why youthful skin looks so moist and plump and bouncy, because they have all that retained moisture in their skin. As we get older, we start having that transepidural water loss, which why moisturizer is so very important. When I'm looking at a product or device to add to my anti-aging skincare routine, those are the 2 issues I'm looking to address: elastin and collagen production and moisture retention. If it doesn't do something to actually improve my elastin and collagen production or provide a mechanism to hold moisture into my skin, I really want to look twice at it to see if it's going to be doing something for the stratum corneum or the layers of my skin that is going to improve the look of my skin. Keep in mind that collagen and elastin production takes time. I've seen a lot of people try some, whether it's a serum or a device, give it about 6 weeks, not see the results they were looking for, and quit. That isn't how elastin and collagen works. It's a long-term process. It can take months and months and months for the increase in elastin to show up on your skin. That's why long-term consistent use of these products and the devices I've used are so very important. Now I'd like to share with you what didn't work. And that's going to be so funny because you know what didn't work? all those fancy $150, $160, $200 skincare products. Truly, I get sent so much skincare and I get offered so much skincare. And you know what I do the first time a company contacts me and they want me to try their skincare? I go right over their website and I look at their price points. If they're trying to send me something that is $150 or $125 or a very, very high price point, I immediately say no. Why? Because the ingredients that go into good skincare are not that expensive. They truly aren't. There are so many clean, wonderful products at really great price points available out there on the market. I have yet to have an instance where I've seen a higher priced point product and thought, gee, that does something different or better than what I'm already using. Now, there are a couple of products that I use that I consider more expensive. But keep in mind, I'm kind of a frugal person. Anything over $25 in my mind is expensive. I do use a cream on my neck from City Beauty. It's called Invisicrepe. That is more expensive, but the container lasts me 4 months. It ends up being much more affordable because it lasts so long, and I love the results. For some reason, it really does help the skin on my neck look a lot firmer. As far as high-priced skincare goes, I can't say that I've incorporated any of it into my routine, nor am I looking at any higher priced products as something that I want to add to my routine. Everything that I use and everything I'm looking forward to trying in the future really has what I consider to be a very affordable price point. Now I want to move into what surprised me about my skincare journey, and there are a few things. First and foremost, I am actually stunned and shocked at the difference in my skin from when I first started to today. Truly, when I first started, I didn't know if I was going to be able to impact my skin. I thought I just might be too darn old. I can tell you that I am just stunned at the difference in my face. That's the first thing. The second big surprise to me has been the effectiveness of at-home skincare devices. If you had asked me in the beginning if there was something that I could purchase to use at home that would make an impact on my skin, I would have said no, because probably I'm a little bit skeptical by nature. I'm a little bit frugal, and I just would not have thought that something that you used at home could have an impact. The first time I started looking at home devices was when I bought my NuFace device at the very beginning of my skincare routine. The NuFace is a microcurrent device. I still love the NuFace. It does wonderful things for my skin. However, I have since moved on to another microcurrent unit, the MyoLift, that I like better for my skin. The reason I like the MyoLift better is that it's more effective and I have to do it less often than the NuFace. That is just a personal preference. I believe they're about the same price point. The MyoLift is probably a little bit more complicated to use than the NuFace, but for me it's worth it because the results last a lot longer and they're a lot more significant. The second at-home device I tried was the Nira. I love the Nira. I still love the Nira. I became interested in it because I was curious about whether the technology for an at-home laser device was really going to be effective. I did some research on the Nira company, and they actually create devices that are used in office at dermatologists and estheticians' office. That got me curious. I contacted the company. I asked them if they would send me one of their devices. They did, and I've ended up loving it. Now, here's one of the things about skincare. What the Nira does is that it degrades the collagen in the skin in the area where you're treating your skin, which kicks your body into action to create more collagen in that area. That collagen production takes time. It can take months. So when I see someone use the Nira for 6 weeks or 8 weeks and then they're disappointed that things are not completely different, it's simply because that's not how skin works. Skin takes time. It's just like growing a garden. You can't plant the seeds in the garden, go out in a week and expect to be able to pick vegetables. It just doesn't work that way. Collagen and elastin production takes time. But the good news is that if you are adding things to your skincare routine that increase collagen and elastin production, your skin is going to get better and better and better and better over time. The next device that I use and love is my Mito Red Light. I use it every single morning for 10 minutes. Why do I love it so much? Red light sparks the production of ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. What is ATP or adenosine triphosphate? It is the spark or the fuel for your body. The more ATP your body has, the more it can actually function in a very, very healthful way. It is great for wound healing. It is great for skin improvement. It is great for so much of what our body does. I often share that if you can only afford, or if you only want to afford one device, get a good red light unit, because that red light unit is not only going to improve the look of your skin, it's going to dramatically improve your overall health. And you know what? I have never ever seen a healthy person who doesn't have wonderful skin. So if you want to really have beautiful skin, keep in mind that a healthy body is really a foundational aspect to healthy, beautiful skin. The next device that I use almost daily, because I love it so much, is my Nebulift. The Nebulift is a radio frequency device that I use on my skin, and it really increases the firmness and the plumpness of my skin. Plus, it feels so good. It's like doing a facial massage. The little unit heats up just a bit. It's warm. It's wonderful. I do it in the morning while I'm having my coffee. I watch a little YouTube video while I'm doing it, and it's just terrific. What I can say is I have been stunned and surprised at how effective my at-home devices have been. Now let's talk about prices of at-home devices. Each one of these devices is an investment. We all know that. One of the important things, however, I want to point out is I think that I could add up the price of all the devices I use, and it would still be less than 2 treatments of an in-office procedure for Botox or fillers or laser or whatever. Although each device is an investment, they are still so affordable compared to going to an esthetician's office or a dermatologist's office and having a treatment done. One of the things I know for sure is that if you go get professional laser treatment, they're going to tell you that the big results are going to come in 6 months, 8 months, 12 months down the road. There's nothing different in that timeline from at-home devices. That's because collagen and elastin production just takes time. One of the things I love about my at-home devices is, you know what? I own them. And I can use them every day if I want to. And I don't have to reinvest in them. In other words, I don't have to go back to a doctor's office and pay again to have the Botox, to have the fillers, to have the laser treatment. I own all my devices. I get to decide when I use them, and I continue to get the results from my devices, and they're paid for. As far as the economic issue around devices, I can say that I think they're really, really worth it because you own them and you can use them whenever you want. We've talked about why I started on my anti-aging skincare journey, what the criteria for that journey was, what has changed in the last 2 years, what I have found that works, what doesn't work, and what has surprised me. What's next in my skincare journey? How am I going to work with my skin moving forward? Pretty much the same way that I have been doing for the last 2 years. I've learned a lot along the way. I've learned that effective skincare doesn't need to be expensive. I've learned that consistency really does pay off. I've learned that implementing a skincare routine at any age can be very, very effective. And I've also learned that at-home devices are remarkably effective. I'm going to continue on in my skincare journey. I'll be testing and trying new products as I come across them or as they come out, and sharing my results with you. I think one of the things that we'll probably see with my skin over the next 12 months is a continued improvement because everything in my routine enhances collagen and elastin production, increases the moisture content of my skin, and improves my skin barrier. I will continue to share with you what I'm using, what I'm learning, and any products that I think are really worth taking a look at. Again, I'll be doing a follow-up video sharing with you what I think are the hero products and devices that have made a big difference in my skin. That'll be coming up really soon, I promise. Please let me know what questions you have and I'll try to answer them in an upcoming live video. Just put them in the comments down below. I want to thank you for joining me for these results of my 2-year skincare journey. I hope you found it useful, fun, and helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you're interested in more makeup, skincare, and style for the Over 50 woman, stop by prettyover50.com. There's a lot more great information just waiting for you there. You guys know it just tickles me when you take a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. Make it a great day. Wear your sunscreen and all. See you in the next video. Bye now.